So, you've decided to go sailing in the British Virgin Islands. I don't blame you. It's one of the most beautiful destinations for sailing in the world. But now what? How do you get started? You'll need a boat, right? How will you get there? Who's going with you? In this high-level overview video, we'll discuss the very first questions to ask yourself after deciding to sail in the BVI that will set you up for planning the perfect sailing charter. Who, what, when, and how? These are the four main questions that you'll need to ask yourself. When are we going? What type of trip will it be? Who are we taking or who are we going with? How are we getting there? When are we going? The time of year will have a lot of impact on a sailing charter in the BVI. Rates vary by season. The high season in the BVI is typically mid-December through mid-April. The summer months are included in the low season, but it's also hurricane season. So a lot of popular places close down from mid-August to mid-October. Boat availability and airfare costs can play a big part when you decide to travel as well. There are many charter companies in the BVI, and securing a boat should be the first step in your planning. What type of trip will it be? Do you have your own captain or skipper that's qualified to sail? If so, a bareboat charter is for you. There are no formal qualifications or certifications required to sail in the BVI. Most charter companies will want to see a sailing resume just to determine if you're qualified. If you don't have your own skipper, don't worry, you can still enjoy sailing in the BVI. Most charter companies can provide a captain, making your trip a crewed charter. All you have to do is sit back and enjoy the beautiful views and amazing destinations. The next part of this question is what charter company to choose. There are many different options in the BVI, and I've linked the charter companies page of the BVI Tourism Board's website in the description below. Who are we taking or who are we going with? This is a helpful question to ask so that you'll know what size of boat you'll need and the types of places that you might want to visit. Is it a family vacation where you'll want to visit national parks and popular snorkeling spots? Is it a couples or adult trip and you're more interested in fine food or fun beach bars? Thinking about who is on your trip will also help plan your rough itinerary out later when you start planning. How are we getting there? There are many ways to get to the British Virgin Islands, depending on where you're coming from. The most common method of arrival is flying into the Cyril E. King Airport in St. Thomas, and then either taking a ferry or water taxi to the BVI. You may have heard the phrase time is money. Well, in this case, money equals time and convenience. If you want the least expensive option, a ferry is the way to go. If you have a little bit larger group to split the cost, a private water taxi will pick you up on your schedule and manage the customs check-in process on your behalf. You can also arrive by air. The Terrence B. Lettsome Airport on Beef Island in the BVI is also another option for arrival. Many flights will connect to Beef Airport through San Juan, Puerto Rico. There's a customs check-in right at the airport, and then you can take a land taxi to your charter base. So there you have it. Who, what, when, and how. The four most basic questions to ask when planning a charter sailing vacation in the British Virgin Islands. The answers to these four questions will get you started on planning the vacation of a lifetime. Be sure to subscribe to this channel to dive into future videos where we'll get more detailed in our planning. See you then.